Hello legends! After a long hiatus, we return to continue the events of Lock Manga, where we left off with Bayern Munich victory over Barcelona thanks to Kinigami's goal, which was assisted by Isagi. Ego appears on screen and announced some shocking news. The Neo Egoist League is now being broadcast worldwide. Even global teams are making offers to players, with bids being made on each player, and the highest bid determining their value. After every match, these offers will become officially contract, with players can negotiate or sign with the club. Here are the biggest offer after this match. Kunigami received an offer from a Japanese team for 24 million. Isagi got an offer from the Borussia Dortmund for 17 million, and Bachara's value rose to 32 million from Porto. But the big surprise was Kaiser was offered 300 million. But the most important thing in that 22 most valuable players after this league will represent Japan in the U20 World Cup. So, winning matches is no longer the most important thing. Proving your value on the field is the true victory. The next match for Bayern Munich will be against Manchester City, led by Chris Prince. In his first meeting with the new members, he quickly identified their strengths and playing styles just by looking at their physical build. He's obsessed with muscles. He tells them that they rely too much on their natural talents, which will eventually make them ignite. His job is to awaken and sustain their talents. Also, the game between PSG and Juventus has ended and the player values has been announced. Green, the highest value player among all the Blue Lock players, has reached 36 million. This sparks enthusiasm in the Serie players who haven't received any offers yet because they haven't played their first match. We return to Isagi, who despite his solid performance and proving his worth, still wants to score a goal himself. He receives an offer from Bayern, biggest rival, Dortmund, and while talking to his teammates, he expressed his amazement that Blue Lock matches are being broadcast worldwide, calling it an incredible opportunity. However, he emphasized that they need to score more goals to get big offers, which explains why Rin is currently at the top. The key now is to make the most of these three remaining matches to secure a spot in the starting lineup. Yukimiya didn't interrupt, mocking Isagi for passing the ball to Kunigami instead of taking the shot. Isagi replies that he passed because it was the only choice. Yukimiya continues to mock him, but before things escalate, Yuri intervenes to stop the argument. Kaiser enters and tells Yukimiya, if you hate Isagi so much, why don't you join me? You're jealous of Yuki, success, and fame, and you are afraid of facing reality. So you try to solve this by criticizing others. Yukimiya sarcastically thanks him, but refuses, stating that in the end, this is the Blue Lock, and everyone is trying to reach the top. We return to Yukimiya, whom in the past had a chance to become a model alongside playing football. But at the same point, everything seemed to slip away. He was diagnosed with a disease affecting his optic nerve, causing blind spots when fatigued. And the worst part was that it couldn't be stopped. In the worst case, it could lead to total blindness. However, the doctor reassured them that with treatment, the progress could be slow and he could continue his career as a model. When Yukimiya asked about football, the doctor told him that while treating it as a simple hobby was fine, pursuing it professionally would be impossible. From that moment, Yukimiya began giving his all, aiming to fulfill his dream. Before it was too late, he was chosen for Pro Lock and reached where he is now, but his development has slowed due to his condition. However, he remained determined to make a strong comeback. After 10 days of intensive training, the starting lineup for the match against England is announced. Kaiser, Isagi, Kunigami, Green, Ness, Corona, Yukimiya, and surprisingly Gagamaru in goal. This makes 5 Blue Lock players in the starting squad. And with that, the team now holds two conflicting philosophies. Kaiser's rational approach as the main striker and the pure selfishness of Blue Lock players. This sets the stage for an interesting challenge for Kaiser. The game kicks off and Isagi immediately analyzed the field. He noticed that Kaiser is moving in accordance with his mental image and attempts to intercept a pass to him. However, Ryu quickly reads Isagi's move and wins the physical duel. Ness steps in with a brilliant maneuver he copied from side, breaking into the midfield with incredible speed. Isagi is left stunned as Ryu takes a shot, copying Ryu's trademark Trivela shoot. Gagamaru managed to block it. The ball spills out to Chigri, who uses his lightning speed to launch a counter-attack, challenging Isagi with an 1v1. He knows Chigri prefers to shoot with his right foot, so Isagi tries to prevent him from cutting inside. But Chigri's insane pace lets him break through and score, pouring Manchester City high. This rapid development is a result of Chris Prince's philosophy, which emphasizes physicality and player adaptability. Isagi still believes he can change the game alone, so he needs help. The perfect support comes from Corona, who can maneuver quickly in tight spaces, offering Isagi more freedom to create. Isagi then spots an opening when he notices that Kinigami is being marked and makes a run into space. He prepares for the shot, but Kaiser, sharp reader of the game, intercepts him. However, the ball is stolen from Kaiser by Chigri, sparking another counter-attack. The ball is passed to Ryo, who crosses it to Negi. Despite being surrounded, Negi used his body to hold off defenders, and Isagi realizes that Negi is starting to take initiative, creating his own style of play. Isagi noticed that Negi doesn't truly understand football, but instead moves slowly based on his instinct, like Ryo. If he gains more knowledge, he will develop at an incredible rate.
Nagi passes it forward to Aji, and although it is a high pass, he was able to receive it due to his height and return it to Nagi, who advanced forward, and although he was surrounded by two defenders, he was able to deceive them and shoot the ball on the fly. But Yukimiya surprises everyone with a strong intervention, and it became a corner ball, and Chigiri was the one who would execute it.
And Isagi takes on the responsibility of covering Edge, a dangerous aerial threat. The cross is low, but Edge's reach allows him to get to the ball first, performing a brilliant backshell pass to Negi, who unexpectedly receives the ball, only for Kaiser to steal it and start another counter for. And the ball is in Nes's possession, and Isagi is trying hard to think of a plan, but no avail. Even if he cuts Nes's pass to Kaiser, he will not be able to do anything amidst this momentum. So we tried to understand Kaiser's vision and stay behind him, but sadly he could no longer keep up with him. He did not head to the side with the last number of players, and he turns his head right and left. And Isagi does not understand anything that the ball reached from Nes, and despite everyone standing in front of him, he sent it like a missile in a path that no one expected, thus presenting himself as the best weapon in the world. But this goal will be the last piece that Isagi understood to crush Kaiser. So Isagi understood that Kaiser's influence is not the piece that he should care about, because he will never be able to keep up with Kaiser in terms of talent and physical abilities. But more important than that is the piece that made Kaiser able to see the shooting range and reaches faster than the rest, which is his insightful vision. In short, vision is divided into two areas, the center vision area and the peripheral vision area. In football, it is important to collect information through peripheral vision. Therefore, Isagi thought of a way to apply superior vision to remember that he had used it in all his goals without realizing it. Therefore, he would rely on his new equation, which is superior vision. In addition to his ability to shoot directly, he was excited to try this new plan. He starts analyzing the game differently, shifting focus from the ball carrier to the players around him. This allows him to gather crucial information and make faster decisions, focusing on what's around him, not just the ball, to anticipate his opponent's next moves. With Corona's help, Isagi breaks through the defenses, but at the crucial moment, Kaiser blocks his shoes. It's then the Kinigami acting on an insect, take the ball and score. But Isagi has learned a valuable lesson. The ability to read the game and anticipate moves, like Kaiser's sharp awareness, is a vital skill that will shape his future. He now understands that success in football isn't just about raw talent, but about deeper mental and perceptive abilities that make a player truly great. After witnessing what Isagi has done, Negi approached Ryo and asked for his help. He confessed that he only truly enjoyed playing football when they were together, and that he needed Ryo's strength to defeat Isagi. However, Ryo's belief had changed. He had chosen to carve his own path after Negi abandoned him during the second selection. Negi then told him, "From the very first day you invited me to play football and we dreamed of winning the World Cup together, I always made the best decision to achieve our goal. That's why I joined Isagi. I believe I would become stronger with him. Then I joined Man City to learn from Chris Prince and Isagi. After a dramatic exchange, Rio finally agreed to reunite with Neki, bringing back their terrifying deal. The match resumed, with the ball at Aigi's feet, but Kinigami intercepted him. Isagi waited for the perfect moment to intervene, fully aware of the situation, from his experience in the previous match between Noah and Ravinho. Kyugri then stepped in, exchanging quick passes with Aigi. At that precise moment, Isagi intervened, only to find Kaiser beside him, reading the play in the exact same way. This confirmed that Isagi and Kaiser now shared the same vision of the king. The ball reached Ryu, who played it to Neki, then received it back. He then replicated one of Sai's signature passes, returning the ball to Neki, who flicked it with a backheel volley over the defenders. They advanced relentlessly, and no one could stop him. This level of cooperation was beyond Isagi's expectation. He realized that if he wanted to counter them, he had to predict the exact moment when their synergy would peak. Even Kaiser was unsure how to handle them as they closed in on the goal. Ryu sent a pass to Negi through the heart of the defense. Negi controlled the ball with his back before flicking it with his heel past the defender. Now, only Isagi and Kaiser stood between Negi. Both had perfectly read the deal's movement. Negi returned the ball to Ryu and made a move forward. Ryu knew that Negi wanted a one-on-one against Isagi, so he passed the ball to his side. Negi received it and faked a shot, something he had done before. Isagi anticipated this and tried to block the shot with his head, but Nagi tricked him again, sending the ball toward Kaiser. Kaiser too was deceived. On the fourth and the fifth attempt, Nagi finally struck the ball with a rocket-like shot into the far corner, proving himself against his rival, Isagi. Despite Isagi using his vision to predict plays, he couldn't stop Nagi, who had reached his peak with Ryu's support. The technique he executed was on a world-class level. Isagi approached Nagi and asked how he felt. Nagi replied that he had always played in Blue Lock with the goal of defeating Isagi. And now, that is what's happening. He felt pure joy. He declared himself the main protagonist of the match. This made Isagi realize that Nagi's desire to defeat him has driven him to evolve. That's why he had changed his playstyle since the beginning of the match to align with his ultimate goal of surpassing Isaac. He had teamed up with Ryu, who perfectly understood his style of play. At that moment, Chris couldn't hold back any longer and decided to enter the match. Noah also prepared to step in. The entry of these two players will change the entire dynamic of the game. Isagi saw this as an opportunity. If he could analyze Chris and Noah faster and more accurately, he might be able to score the final goal. With just one goal remaining in the match, even Yukimiya wanted to seize the spotlight. The game resumed, with the ball reaching Kaiser, but Chris challenged him to one-on-one. Kaiser ignored Chris' words and passed the ball, but Chris provoked him, making Kaiser angry. Kaiser demanded the ball back from Ness and engaged in a fierce duel with Chris. No one could intervene. Kaiser attempted to dribble past Chris, but Chris overpowered him physically. Noah was about to step in between them when suddenly Ryu surprised everyone by intercepting the ball. It seemed that Ryu had also unconsciously used metavision to keep up with them. The ball reached Chigri, who used his speed and individual skill to break through the opposition. He was on the verge of entering the penalty area and scoring when Yukimiya blocked his path. With no other option, Chigri feinted a long shot, tricking Yukimiya and created an opening for himself. Just as he was about to shoot, Kaiser intervened, forcing him to pass the ball to Chris, who now faced Noah. With all the shooting angles blocked, Chris did something insane. He unleashed an unpredictable wild shot. Even if he didn't know the trajectory, Gagamaru hesitated, unsure whether to jump high or low. Isagi rushed toward the goal and instructed Kagamaru to dive low, predicting that the shot would either go high or low. His call was correct. He jumped at the right moment and managed to block the shot, crushing the world's second best player. The ball became loose, creating chaos on the field. This was Isagi's golden opportunity to score, but Yukimiya stole the ball from him. Fueled by anger, Yukimiya dribbled past the midfielder, dominating the opposition. Only two defenders remained. He took a shot, imitating Chris' unpredictable strike. The ball was about to enter the goal when Chris himself blocked it. All of Yukimiya's effort has been wasted. Frustrated, Isagi approached him and suggested they work together, as it was the most logical and beneficial option. However, Yukimiya refused, declaring that he was the protagonist of this match and would achieve victory on his own. Isagi responded, "That's not how the world works." Yukimiya snapped back. "In the end, all you care about is yourselves. You and Kaiser are just two parasites who climb on others to achieve your goals. If the world only rewards idiots like you, then this world is pure nonsense." Isagi smirked and replied, "Then what as your foolish fantasies burn in hell?" The match resumed with a throw in, and Isagi pondered with Yukimiya, has refused to cooperate, even though it would benefit both of them. He didn't realize it was about being the main protagonist. This same desire had driven Negi, Ryu, and even Kaiser. Isagi came to a new understanding. The world of football is made up of countless individual stories and heroes. This was the missing piece of his game. By integrating this insight in his metavision, he could become the main protagonist on the field. As the match continued, Ryu found himself in a prime position to pass to Neg, but Isagi intercepted the ball. He knew that Ryu felt like the main protagonist whenever he provided decisive passes to Neg. However, the ball fell to Chris' feet, but no intercept. Just in time, sending it to Chigui, who passed to Igi. Igi dribbled past the defender and was about to shot when Kaiser intervened and stole the ball. It then landed at Ryu Fest, who sent a rocket-like pass to Negi. Only Negi could control such a ball, but Isagi had already foreseen this move. He had reached a point where he understood that when two players share the same goal and both strive to be the protagonist of their own story, an unstoppable synergy is created. Now, Isagi had to break through Series' high-pressure defense. Even with his improved vision, his physical strength wasn't enough to match his task. Just as he was about to give in, Noah stepped in and told him he would help. With Noah's support, Isagi's attack plan became clearer. Isagi, Noah, and Corona advanced together, breaking through Series' defense. Yukimiya grew furious that Noah was backing Isagi. Was Isagi's final chance to score. Even Noah acknowledged Isagi's abilities in front of Kaiser. Isagi dribbled past Chigui and Negi, facing only one last defender. Yukimiya appeared trying to steal Corona's cross, but Isagi had planned for this, using Yukimiya's movement to his advantage. Corona set the cross, and Isagi moved past the defender. Kaiser attempted to block him, so Isagi passed backward to Yukimiya, who struck the ball with a deceptive shot, falling Neo and scoring. The match ends with Bayern Munich emerging victorious.